Well, happy New Year's, guys. Welcome to 2024. For me, 2024 means more. More prosperity, more time freedom, more time spent with the family, more blessings, more love, more friends, more great relationships. Guys, just more prosperity in, all of the endeavors in which you participate in. I am wishing upon each and every one of you nothing but prosperity in 2024. I got to get to it. So, my name is Mark Pyers, home based business tax coach and wealth coach. I'm also the CEO and founder, alongside of my beautiful wife and business partner, Mrs. Levita Pyers, of the most incredible. I assure you guys, look, I might be tooting my own horn, but I'm telling you, after 30 years, I'm convinced that the Academy of Financial Education is the most tax educational system on planet Earth. Okay? Where do I start today? January 3rd, 2024. I've got so much to share with you guys. I've got a lot on my mind right now. Some of my best, and excuse the wind, but I'm outside. I love being outside and just walking. I mean, we have some rain here in California. They say it don't rain in sunny California. I'm not gonna sing, but it's actually beautiful out here. So let me see. I want to find a location to just have a. I want to have a seat. Gardeners are out here working. That's kind of where this conversation is going to go. I want to hear you guys' comments. I want you to comment on this video. I want you to tell me, your insights. Give me your perspective, okay? I'm going to touch on a lot of things. I'm not really going to get too far into the details on this particular video, but I want to raise some concerns. Okay, one of the things I want to talk about, since we're at the beginning of the year, which is a really critical time for every American to avoid losing tens of thousands of dollars. So the first thing I want to talk about is, well, before I do that, let me go ahead and give a disclaimer. None of the information that I'm going to provide you inside of this video is to be taken as financial advice. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't hold any Series 6, 7, 8. I don't hold any licenses, ABC, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to tell you right now that you should be glad of that. Because I have never heard a CPA. I've never heard a CPA say to anyone what I'm about to say to you. And I would love to hear, comments from CPAs. Now, I have had CPAs counsel with me. I've actually had licensed CPA pay me to do a consultation, if you would, okay? Because they said, I don't know what you learning, the stuff you learning, but man, you got it going on, okay? And so here's the first tip. Here's the first suggestion, okay? Not financial advice. Here's the first suggestion I want to make to you. If you have a 401k at your job, I would suggest that you do not fund that 401k past your company's match. Let me say that again. If you have a 401k at your job, I would suggest, okay, that you get educated why you shouldn't put 1 red cent inside of that 401k outside of maximizing getting the company's match. Let me tell you why. And every time that I've mentioned this and a CPA reaches out to me by way of a comment or email, they say, why are you telling people not to fund their 401k, their retirement accounts, with as much money as they possibly can? I mean, they're getting a tax deduction for it. Number one, right? Number two, if you're lucky, your company is giving you some sort of match, okay? And there are some cases where even if your company is offering you a match, you shouldn't be putting a damn dime in that 401k, because you may be putting, I want you to listen to what I'm going to say here, you may be putting what would otherwise be non-taxable dollars in a tax-deferred account just because somebody told you that they was going to give you some free money. When in reality, if you're taking money that otherwise you wouldn't be paying federal and state income taxes on, and now you're locking it in to a tax-deferred account, which means now that non-taxable money is now going to be taxed, on top of the fact that you probably can't touch it for the next 20, 30 years. And I'm not talking about being able to borrow it and pay yourself back out of a paycheck, that you already are trying to stretch. You shouldn't be doing it, okay? Now, there's a lot of context that goes into that. Everybody's situation is different. This is why we got to get informed. Okay? But here's why you should never put one penny more into that account past the company's match. Because the only make-believe benefit that you're getting is the fact that you're not taxed on that money today. But you're going to be taxed in the future. I want you to ask yourself a question. Do you think that taxes are going to be higher or less 20 years ago? Let me say that again. My voice kind of got a little broken there, because I'm telling you guys, it's costing people financial freedom. We have been bamboozled. Do you think that taxes are going to be higher 15, 20, 30 years from now, or lower? But here's the real drop. Here's the real mic drop on that. Did you know that you have the ability to acquire the same exact stocks? It's getting a little windy. The same exact stocks that you are acquiring inside of that 401k. Do you know that you have the ability to acquire that same portfolio in your own brokerage account that you control? And do you know that if you hold that stock or those stocks for 1 year, depending on your income level, do you know that you pay 0 federal income taxes on that money? Let me say that again. Somebody missed that. The same exact stocks inside of your 401k that you are investing in. Because see, I know what someone's going to say. Someone's going to say, I'm trying to get over here so I can get out the wind, because I don't want this to be long-winded. I'm actually going to be putting together a webinar. I'm actually going to put together a webinar teaching this information. I just gotta talk to the wife, the other CEO, and determine when we're going to do this. Do you know that you could actually just mirror exactly what you're doing in your 401k in your own brokerage account? And if you hold that stock for 1 year, that's a year, more than 1 year. So I'm gonna call it 366 days. Depending on your income and depending on your filing status, do you know you pay 0 federal taxes on that money? My second reason why you shouldn't put one dime more past the match in that 401k, because a 401k comes with what I call a wealth trap. Let me say that again. The 401k comes with a wealth trap. It traps you from having access to your money for 25, 30, and some of you even 40 years, depending on your age. Okay? In the time of need, where you might need that money, in an emergency, and your retirement age is 25 years from now, you still can't touch that money. Some people say, yeah, you can borrow it from yourself and you pay it back with 8%. Well, why in the heck would that be a good deal? Because if you had the money in the first place, you wouldn't have to borrow it out of the 401k. So why would you turn over your money that gets absolutely no benefit to you? Because if you think that the tax, excuse me, that the tax deferment, because it's not a tax deduction, it's a tax deferment. That tax is deferred until you reach the government retirement. Man, I'm going too far. We've been bamboozled. It's costing Americans hundreds of millions of dollars, and they don't even know it. And they don't even know it. Just the fact that I just told you that you could take the same amount of money and you could put that money, let me get over here in the shade so you guys can see me, because I want you to feel me, okay? That you could take that same amount of money and put it in an account that you control. You say, Mark, I don't know anything about investing. Yes, you do. You're investing in your 401k. You can mirror that portfolio if it's turning you a profit. I got a whole nother conversation about that one, okay? Because most of you have no idea how your 401k performed based on the amount or the stocks that you had in that portfolio. And guess what? Fidelia didn't call you. Fidelia did not call you, or whoever's managing your 401k. They didn't call you and say, hey, you missed out on that. I think the company is Navivia, I believe it is, 222% in 2023. 222% in 2023. Let me park it right here as I get ready to wrap this up, because I don't want to be long-winded. That quote or that saying, a penny saved is a penny earned, that is pre-1913 in the United States of America, when our money was backed by gold. Since 1913, and specifically 1933, in this country, when our money was separated from real money, God money, gold, a penny saved is a penny lost, because inflation eats at your dollars that are not invested making more money. A dollar since 1933 has never been worth a dollar moving forward. Somebody's going to get that. So guys, look, I'm excited about 2024. I want to hear your comments about this subject. I know I covered a lot of things. I want to hear your comments. I also want you to like, if you like this content. I want you to share, because we got to start educating the masses. We are in some trying times in this country. Okay, our children deserve better. It's time to really know the rules of the game of money. And it's not what we've been taught. Okay? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell to make sure that you're notified anytime that I upload some information, because I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of information. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to get some free stock. Not going to cost you a dime. I'm going to show you how to be able to get some free stock. And then I'm going to be sharing with you guys what my wife and I are doing. And you can mirror that, or you can invest in getting educated, but it's not hard. We've been taught that it's hard. We've been taught that taxes is complicated, and therefore we know absolutely nothing about it, and it's costing us tens of thousands of dollars. It's time that we change that. And so again, guys, I want to hear your voices. I want to hear what you think. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that. Make sure you hit the bell for notification and share this information. Because when we teach one, we reach one, and we change an entire generation. And I know you guys want to definitely change your generation and make sure that a wealthy generation comes from you. So with that being said, Mark Pyers, home-based business tax coach and wealth coach, CEO and founder, alongside of my beautiful wife and business partner, Mrs. Levita Pyers, of the most incredible tax educational course, tax educational system that we have put together, where we're teaching the masses, the more you know, the less you legally, ethically owe in taxes. And I'm the only person that I know that teaches it directly from the IRS, so you don't have to be in fear. We'll see you guys on the next video.